Hi everyone, I'm Natalie from My Progression, and this video is all about how to communicate calmly to your pupils, no matter their age. Now, I know this might sound super obvious, but remaining calm and communicating a calm demeanor is vital to keeping control of your pupils. If you lose your cool, you'll lose control. In this video, we'll run through some simple steps that will help you remain and communicate calm when teaching or managing a class. If you have any additional tips on how to remain calm in the classroom, be sure to comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe to My Progression for more career and classroom advice. First off, we'll talk about body language. I could probably talk to you about body language for about an hour. It's a huge topic. In this video, we'll look at the basics and why it's so important to be aware of what you're communicating. Body language has three major uses. One, as a conscious replacement for speech. Two, to reinforce your point. And three, as a mirror or betrayer of mood. Now that last point is where you really have to be careful and mindful of your body language. You may have a particularly challenging class and, to put it bluntly, they're driving you up the wall. If you let your body language portray your frustration, they'll pick up on it and potentially become even more challenging because they know it's working. Your body language may also communicate things that you don't mean to. If you imagine you're talking to someone in a position of authority, and as you're speaking, they stand over you, they fold their arms and frown, well, what impression would that give you? You'd think you'd done something wrong. You could also potentially start feeling a bit panicked or defensive. So think about a young child in that position. It's likely to cause distress. You may actually just be telling them what's for lunch that day, but your body language could be the only thing they take away from the conversation. The total impact of a message is only about 7% the words you use, 38% is about your tone, inflection, and other sounds, and 55% is non-verbal. When you consider this, it's clear how important body language is. Let's have a look at the 4 keys of remaining and communicating calm. Number 1. Maintain personal space. Personal space is also really important to consider. Some people will have greater or lesser personal bubbles, but as a general rule, if you stretch your arms out and turn around, that's your personal space. If you place your hands on your shoulders and do the same thing, that's your intimate space. Now, generally, there are a large number of people that you'll feel comfortable in your personal space, like your friends, colleagues, and general people that you're having a positive interaction with. Your intimate space, on the other hand, will only include a small number of people, like your family or your partner. If you invade someone's intimate or personal space unexpectedly, you could get an adverse reaction. Now, personally, I feel uncomfortable when someone I don't know that well steps into my personal space, especially if I'm in a queue and have nowhere else to go. It really gets my back up and I get quite irritated and angry. Now imagine how a child might feel, especially as a lot of the time we're larger than them. If you step too close, they may feel threatened, worried, uncomfortable, or even defensive. So we recommend that you stay outside of their personal space unless absolutely necessary. The taller you are, the more imposing you can become. So it's important that you consider the size difference between you and the young person and adjust your distance accordingly. Number 2, calm body language. As mentioned at the beginning of this video, body language is so important. So what does calm body language look like? Well, firstly, as mentioned, you should be outside of the young person's personal space. If you're a lot taller, then take an extra step back as your height increases your personal space. You want your arms by your side, not on your hips or in your pockets. This shows you're open and you're not hiding anything. Your shoulders should be relaxed, your knees soft, not as if you're waiting to receive a serve in tennis, but so you're not rigid. You're not trying to tower over them. Although at 5'2", I don't really have a chance of that. You want to look confident, but calm. Don't stand square on. This can be quite confronting. Make sure you give them and you an exit. Smile. Simply moving your facial muscles into a grin tricks your brain into releasing endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin, which are all neurotransmitters that help you cope with stress. When others see you smile, a similar reaction occurs and they begin to feel more relaxed and happy in your company. As humans, we naturally mirror the people we're with. Children especially are likely to copy what they see, and you want them to feel positive. And if you're displaying calm body language with a child who's possibly entering crisis, then you're more likely to help de-escalate a situation before it actually reaches that crisis point. For more information on how to deal with a child in crisis, see our video on the stages of a crisis. And whilst you're there, like and subscribe to keep seeing more from My Progression. Number 3, calm tone. Control is the key to a calm tone. It doesn't necessarily matter about the quality of your speaking voice, it's all about your pace and your volume. I remember when I was at school and one of my teachers, who was normally very calm, suddenly shouted at a classmate who was being disruptive. After a moment of shock, a lot of the class started giggling. Now, this could be due to feeling uncomfortable or nervous at the sudden loud noise. But for a lot of the kids in the class, it's funny because the teacher clearly lost control and the disruptive child won. Even now, I don't think of all I learned from that teacher. I think of that one event. You don't want that. Now, there is a difference between volume and shouting. You need to speak loud enough to be heard, but without trying to compete with the students in your class. If you feel your voice straining, you've probably gone too far. Next, think about your speed. Are you speaking at a rate the students can process? Always consider the cognitive ability of the children in your care. The younger the child, the longer it will take for them to process an instruction. If you can keep a measured, steady pace and volume, you will sound calm. Number 4, and breathe. When faced with a challenging situation, it's likely that your heart rate will increase. When this happens, your chest may feel tight, and it's likely you won't be able to catch your breath properly. This is because your focus has moved to the situation and you forgot to breathe. By simply taking a deep breath in and then slowly exhaling, you will help regulate your heart rate. When taking that breath, also take the time to assess the situation and decide on your next move. That small moment of reflection could make all the difference in keeping yourself calm and the children in your care safe. If you follow these 4 keys when faced with a challenging situation, you'll not only communicate that you are calm, you're more likely to de-escalate the situation. I've been Natalie from My Progression, and if you've enjoyed this video on calm communication, then check out the rest of our channel for more videos on working in education. And let's keep your career in motion.